Our clinic partners are averaging 30 to 50 qualified patient appointments every single month. And no, I'm not talking about just leads on a spreadsheet. I'm talking about actual qualified, pre-sold patients who show up with a deposit already paid and money ready to spend on treatment plans. Hey, I'm Elena, and over the last 3 years, our agency has helped over 300 medical spas generate over $11 million in new patient revenue. And the difference between clinics that are stuck doing 10 or 15 appointments a month versus the ones crushing 40 or 50, it all comes down to qualification. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact qualification system we use to filter out 70% of unqualified leads before they ever touch your calendar. I'm going to show you the live funnels we build for clients, the exact questions we ask to disqualify Groupon shoppers, and the follow-up process that turns 85% of leads who don't book immediately into paying patients. So by the end of this video, you will have the complete roadmap you can implement in your own clinic today to start attracting higher quality patients who actually commit. So let's dive in. Now, here's the truth about patient leads. If you're running ads right now and sending people straight to a booking page with just a name, phone number, and email, you have no idea who's actually booking on your calendar. You don't know if they can afford your services. You don't know if they're medically qualified. You don't know if they understand it takes multiple sessions to see results. You're basically playing Russian roulette with every single appointment. And this is why most clinics are stuck in this vicious cycle. They run ads, they get a bunch of leads that look good on paper, their calendar fills up, and then what happens? Half the people don't show. And the ones who do show are asking for discounts and are shocked by the price. They say, I need to think about it, and then they disappear forever. The reason why this happens is because when someone clicks on your ad on Facebook or on Instagram, they're in impulse mode. They're scrolling, they see something that catches their attention, they fill out a form in 10 seconds, and then they immediately forget they even did it. They didn't think it through or have any money set aside. They just clicked because it looked interesting in that moment. So if you're not filtering these people out before they get on your calendar, you're wasting hours of your team's time on consultations that were never going to close anyways. Now, here is what the top clinics do differently. They build qualification into every single step of the process. This means from the ad to the funnel to the phone call to the deposit. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. All right, so the first lever we pull to ensure qualified patients is in the targeting itself. And this starts before anyone even sees your ad. Most med spas make this mistake. They target a 30-mile radius around their clinic with no income filters, no demographic filters, nothing. Just blast the ad out to everyone and hope for the best. But here's what we do instead. We target people based on two things, income and intent. First, income. We only run ads to zip codes where the average household income is $80,000 a year or higher. Why? Because someone making $40,000 a year is not your ideal patient for a $3,000 Morpheus 8 package. They might click and even fill out the form, but they're not going to convert when they find out the price. So we filter them out before they even see the ad. This immediately eliminates a huge percentage of tire kickers. Second, intent. We target people who have previously searched for surgical alternatives. Liposuction, facelifts, tummy tucks, skin tightening procedures. Why? Because if someone is seriously considering surgery, they've already made the decision to invest. They already have the money. They're just looking for the best option. And when we position your non-surgical treatments as the safer, more affordable alternative to surgery, it's a no-brainer for them to purchase. Think about it like this. If someone's searching for a facelift, are they typing in cheapest facelift in Miami? Of course they're not. They're looking for the best surgeon with the best results. They already have money to spend. They just need to find the right provider. So when we run your ads to this audience, we're immediately attracting a higher caliber of patient from day one. People who can afford your services and are ready to commit. Now, once someone clicks on your ad, this is where most agencies completely drop the ball. They send people straight to a generic booking page. Name, email, phone number, pick a time, done. But we do something completely different. We send them through what we call an authority funnel. And this is where the real qualification happens. Let me show you exactly what this looks like. So when someone clicks on one of our ads, they land on a page that looks like this. At the top, there's a video. Either it's the clinic owner explaining the treatment, or it's footage of the actual procedure being done, or it's a before and after transformation, something that immediately builds authority and shows this is a real professional clinic. Then below the video, we don't just ask for basic contact information. We ask qualifying questions, and these questions are designed to filter out people who aren't a good fit before they ever get on the calendar. Here's what we ask. First, what specific area of your body or skin are you concerned about? This tells us if they even qualify for the treatment that we're advertising. Second, have you had any treatments for this concern before? This tells us if they're a first timer or if they've tried other things and failed. Third, what's your credit score range? And we give them options: excellent, good, fair, poor. The reason why this question is so important is because if someone selects poor, we know that they probably can't get approved for financing. And if they can't afford to pay cash and they can't get financing, they're not going to be able to move forward. So we filter them out right there. Fourth, do you understand that most patients require multiple sessions to see optimal results, typically ranging from $2,500 to $5,000? This is critical. We're setting the expectation up front about the investment. And if someone reads that and thinks, whoa, that's way too expensive, they're going to leave the page. And that's exactly what we want. We don't want them booking a consultation just to waste your time. Fifth, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is this concern affecting your confidence and well-being? This tells us how motivated they are to solve the problem. Now here's what's crazy. Just by adding these 5 questions, we filter out about 70% of people who would have booked otherwise. But those 70% were never going to buy anyway. They were just going to waste your time. So now, instead of getting 100 appointments with 10 people who actually convert, you're getting 30 appointments with 20 people who convert. Way better ROI on your time. All right, so they filled out the qualification questions. They've made it through the funnel. Now comes the next critical lever, the deposit. Here's what we do. Before someone can book an appointment, we require a $25 to $50 deposit. And this deposit goes directly towards their treatment if they show up and move forward. Now, you might be thinking, Elena, won't requiring a deposit scare people away? And the answer is yes. It scares away the wrong people, the people who were never going to show up anyways. But here's what it does for your show rate. Industry average for free consultations is about 45%, meaning if 20 people book, only 9 actually show up. The other 11 ghost you. That's 11 wasted time slots on your calendar that could have gone to real patients. When we require a deposit, the show rate jumps to 75 to 80%. So now if 20 people book, 15 or 16 actually show up. Why? Because nobody likes losing money. When someone pays that $25 or $50, they have skin in the game. They're committed. And here's the beautiful part. That deposit also pre-qualifies them financially. If someone can't afford to put down $50 for a consultation, they definitely can't afford a $3,000 treatment plan. So you're filtering them out automatically. Now, after they pay the deposit and book their appointment, we don't just leave them hanging. We send them a pre-consultation video. This is a short 3 to 5 minute video from either you or one of your providers explaining what to expect at the consultation, what results they can achieve, how many sessions they'll need, and what the investment typically looks like. This way, when they show up, they're already pre-educated. They already know the price range and are not caught off guard when you reveal your price. Now here is where most clinics completely fail, and this is probably the biggest money leak in your entire business. Only 5 to 15% of leads book an appointment immediately after filling out your form, which means 85 to 95% of people who say they're interested don't book right away. They need follow-up. But here's the problem. Most clinics either don't follow up at all, or they follow up way too slow and not enough times. Let me show you the data on this because it's absolutely critical. There was an MIT study that showed from the 5-minute mark to the 30-minute mark after a lead signs up, your chance of getting them on the phone drops by 90%. Let me say that again. If you don't contact a lead within 5 minutes, you're 10 times less likely to ever reach them. Why? Because they're on Facebook. They're scrolling. They see your ad. They fill out the form. And 30 seconds later, they've already forgotten that they did it. If you call them in that first 5 minutes, they're still thinking about it and they answer. But if you wait an hour or 2 hours or until the next day, they don't even remember filling out your form, so they don't answer. And here's the other stat. If you contact a lead 3 times and they don't answer, you've got about a 62% chance of ever reaching them. But if you contact them 10 times, that jumps to 80%. So the more that you follow up, the higher your contact rate. Now here's the reality. Your front desk staff can't do this. They're already busy checking in patients answering phone calls, handling admin work. They don't have time to sit there calling leads 10 times and texting them and emailing them for days on end. This is why we have a dedicated US-based patient concierge team. Their only job is calling, texting, and following up with leads. They work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if a lead comes in on a Saturday night at 9 p.m., they're getting calls within minutes, not waiting until Monday morning. And when our team gets someone on the phone, they're not just booking them into a time slot. They're having a real conversation. They're asking the qualifying question. What's your main concern? Have you had treatments before? Do you have financing available, or are you paying cash? Are there any medical conditions that we should know about? They're making sure that this person is actually qualified before they ever get on your calendar. And they're educating them on what to expect, so when they show up, they're ready to buy. This is how we turn that 85% of leads who don't book immediately into appointments, with aggressive, consistent follow-up and real qualification on every call. All right, final lever, and this one's critical because it saves you so much wasted time. We medically and financially disqualify people before they ever step foot in your clinic. Here's what I mean. Let's say you're running a Morpheus 8 campaign. If someone has a pacemaker, they can't get Morpheus 8. If someone has active skin infections, they can't get treated. If someone's pregnant, they can't get treated. But if you're not asking these questions up front, what happens? They book the consultation, they show up, and then you find out that they're not even a candidate. You just wasted 30 to 45 minutes of your time on a consultation that was never going to go anywhere. So our patient concierge team asks these medical disqualifying questions on the phone before the appointment is even booked. Do you have a pacemaker? Do you have any active skin conditions? Are you pregnant or breastfeeding? Are you on blood thinners? If someone answers yes to any of these, we let them know upfront that they're not a candidate for this specific treatment. And we either offer them an alternative treatment if one exists, or we politely let them know that this isn't the right fit. Same thing with financial qualification. We ask about their credit score. We ask if they understand the typical investment range. We ask if they have financing available. If someone says their credit score is poor and they don't have $3,000 in cash sitting around, they're probably not going to be able to move forward. So why waste your time bringing them in for a consultation? This is how we make sure that when someone shows up on your calendar, that they're qualified in every possible way, medically, financially, and mentally. They're ready to commit. So that's the complete qualification system. Let me recap the 5 levers. Lever 1, income and intent-based targeting. Only show your ads to people making $80,000 or more who've searched for surgical alternatives. Lever 2, authority funnel with hard qualification questions. Credit score, budget expectations, medical history, commitment level. Lever 3, require a deposit to book and send pre-consultation video to pre-educate them. Lever 4, speed to lead and aggressive follow-up. Call within 5 minutes, follow up 10 times, work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Lever 5, medical and financial disqualification on the phone before they ever get on your calendar. If you implement these 5 levers, you're going to see a massive shift in the quality of patients showing up in your clinic. Now, if you want us to do all of this for you, click the link in the description to book a call with my team. We'll show you exactly how we'd implement this in your clinic, walk you through case studies from clinics just like yours, and see if we're a good fit. And if you're not ready for that, take this framework and start implementing it yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.